Good day, boys and girls, and welcome to Grade 6 History, Term 2, Lesson 3. Today we'll be talking about the reasons for European exploring. We'll be discussing new ideas and knowledge, including the influence on Europe from elsewhere and spreading the Christian religion. Now, Europeans went on voyages of exploration around the world for many reasons. But before we start, I'd like to discuss two new words with you. The first one is taxes, and that means money collected by governments for using or buying something. The next word is profit, and that means to gain money by selling something for more than it was bought. If I buy a pair of shoes for 60 Rand and I sell it again for 100 Rand, that means I'm making a profit of 40 Rand. When we talk about convert, it means to change. Now in this sense, we'll be talking about changing the religion of someone. The European Renaissance brought about an awareness of and an interest in the rest of the world, which led to European exploration of lands overseas. The ideas of the European Renaissance led to a change in the way Europe interacted with the rest of the world. People who lived in Europe could not produce everything they wanted or needed, so they traded with the Arab Muslims to get what they wanted. The Arab traders, in turn, traded with the countries in the east, like India and China. The Arabs had complete control over the trade routes across the land to the east. The Arabs charged high taxes on all goods that passed through the routes they controlled. It made the price of things that Europeans wanted more expensive. If the European traders could buy goods more cheaply, they could make a bigger profit. Europeans wanted to find a sea route to the east that did not cross Arab land. The Europeans knew very little about Africa and the east, and in order to find another trade route, they went on voyages or journeys of exploration across the sea. People used salt to keep their food from spoiling, because there were no fridges in those times. All the salt they had put on their food made it taste very salty and not very flavorsome. Spices like nutmeg, cloves, pepper, and cinnamon could also be used to stop the food from spoiling, and these spices made the food taste better. Spices did not grow in the cold climate of Europe, however, but they did grow in the tropical climates of India and Malaysia. Europeans were also looking for gold and silver to make coins. Coins were beginning to be used in exchange instead of bartering. All the gold and silver in Europe had been used up, so they had to look elsewhere to find it. Europeans were also looking to trade directly in silk. Silk is made from the thread that silkworms spin. The Chinese had perfected the art of using the silk from silkworms and making it into beautiful clothes. Rich people in Europe liked to wear these silk clothes. In the late 1400s, there was only one religion in Europe, Christianity. The European rulers were very religious. They wanted to convert everyone to Christianity. Jesus said, "Go then to all people everywhere and make them my disciples." These words are written in the New Testament of the Christian Bible. These words encouraged Christians in Europe to spread their religion to people in other parts of the world. The European explorers believed it was their Christian duty to lead the world. Kings and queens in Europe were very rich. They paid explorers to find new trade routes. These voyages were very, very expensive. These sea journeys cost a lot of money, as the explorers needed ships that were properly equipped with food and weapons such as cannonballs, which we discussed in a previous lesson. They had to take enough food and drink on the ship to last the whole journey in case they did not find a safe place to stop for fresh water and food. Now remember that these journeys sometimes lasted for months, boys and girls, so they had to take enough food and enough water to last them for months on end. The Portuguese sailed west as they thought they could reach the east by sailing around Africa. Look at the map here to see the routes they took. The Portuguese eventually found the sources of the spices in the east and gold in southeast Africa.